You're listening to Resetting the Creative Mind, where I share the small ways I keep my creativity fresh and my head clear. I'm Nathan Korpis, a video producer and documentary filmmaker with Dupa Midnight Films. I've helped nonprofits raise funds through cinematic content. If you're interested in seeing some of my work, please visit www.dupamidnightfilms.com. Today's episode is called The Sound of Music. When you're deep in a project, there's a moment where the hard work shifts into something more fluid. The details are still important, the deadline is still there, but your mind finally lets you breathe. For me, that moment often arrives with the right soundtrack. Let's discuss. Early in my career, I was working on an employee communications video. By the time I reached the color correction stage, the audio was already handled. It was just me, the visuals, and my music. At that point, I was still learning, still trying to prove myself, and still feeling the weight of deadlines. But the moment I put on songs I loved, the tone of the work shifted. It didn't magically make everything perfect. The deadline was still there. I still wanted to get it right. But my mind eased up. The music seemed to say, calm down, you've got this. We talk a lot about productivity hacks and efficiency tricks, but sometimes it's not about squeezing more out of yourself. It's about finding something small that makes the process enjoyable. For some people, that's a podcast. For others, it's complete silence. For me, in that moment, it was music. And when I realized I was doing something I liked while listening to something I liked, it all connected. The work felt less like a task and more like a creative space I wanted to be in. Deadlines, goals, high standards, those will always be there. But if you can weave in something that grounds you and makes the process enjoyable, you'll find that the work feels lighter. To my editors out there, the next time you're in the middle of a project, ask yourself, what's your editing bay soundtrack? Thanks for listening to Resetting the Creative Mind. I'm Nathan Korpis, and you can find more of my stories and example of my work at www.dupamidnightfilms.com. If you're a nonprofit looking to share your story through cinematic content, I'd love to connect. Until next time, take care.